Hello again. Reply to my previous video. Everything is now fine. Thanks for your help, but this time actually none of it helped. I don't know why, but the machine just didn't respond to anything I tried. I tried pressing the overtravel release button, which is the on button, while trying both the handwheel and the joystick. And I tried cancel and P while starting. I tried resetting and everything. I also looked on the practical machinist forums and didn't find anything that you didn't say. But what I did, I actually took off the X-axis servo motor and I had to turn the ball screw by hand. And it wasn't easy because the X-axis in such an angle that almost all of the crosslide's weight is on it. So how I had to do it, I cut 2 blocks of wood and I jammed them between the turret and this piece of cast right here. And then I had a hammer and I slightly tapped a little bit more force on the wood each time, and then I used my tools to screw up the carriage little by little, and I screwed it until it was almost at the zero, I mean the center line of the spindle, and that helped. So when I powered up the machine for the first time, it was still giving the same error, but I was able to move it now. So what I think happened, let me show you what happens when I power off the machine. Take a close look at the carriage. It falls down a little bit. Now it stopped. It comes down for like half inch or 10 millimeters. And I think what happened when I first hit the soft stop, I think it was a time that I was called to have lunch, maybe made by my girlfriend, and I switched it off while it still had the alarm. And I think what happened then is the crossslide came down on its own against the hard stop. So maybe the machine thought it was against it had only hit the soft stop, but it actually was against the hard stop. And I actually know it was against the hard stop because when I removed the servo motor, the carriage didn't drop down anymore. So something like that must have happened, but even still I don't know why it didn't give the warning of hitting the hard stop, even though it was for sure against the hard stop. So lesson of the day: do not drive the carriage too much down. It's a hell of an operation to get it back up. I think there must be some parameter setting incorrect. There must be a software way to fix that. Okay, so and after the first start, when I got the carriage moving again, it was a little bit tricky to get it to return to zero. I had to, because the X-axis position was completely messed up in the control. When it was at about the zero, machine zero, I mean, it was still showing like minus 100 millimeters or something like that. So I just had to drive it down a little bit again at pretty much at the center point of the spindle, and then do the zero return from there. So just giving it enough travel before the cams touch the micro switches on the axis. You know, let me show you how the zero return works. Let's first drive the carriage a little bit farther on both axes. So when I do zero return, I switch here, and then I just, for example, if I want to zero return the x-axis, I just push this up, and let me try to show you the coordinates at the same time that I show you the carriage. So it slows down first, it hits the first cam, and then it keeps going until it hits the next cam. And the next cam will tell the machine to start looking at the correct place in the... I think it when the micro switch switches, it looks for a certain spot rotation wise in the servo motor or something like that. I really cannot explain it very well, but it's a pretty crude system. There's just kind of a cam like this, and there's a roller on the micro switch which travels up the cam, and then it has a certain amount of level, and then it starts dropping again. And when it starts dropping, it starts to look for the correct place. And of course, when it starts going up, it slows the feed. And the same with z-axis. It's about 10 millimeters when it starts going slower. And that's it. Okay. Now everything's back to normal. So again, if you have problems with this, please let me know if I can do anything to help you. And again, thanks for your help. I think if my settings were right, your help would have solved the problem. But in this case, there must be something messed up in the settings. Okay. Again, thanks so much for watching and helping, and until the next video.